So this is the stamp I'm using today, and I'm just going to show you a few things here. Get some more people on. Hi, everybody. Okay, so this stamp is called Love at All Times. It's a lovely stamp, and it's got this crosshatch, which I'm going to show you how to use today. And you can also do layering with it. So you could do layering with your distress markers or your ink or whatever washable or watercolor markers you have. You can color these. I colored them with my markers. So there's lots of opportunity for this particular stamp. And then they have some really cute little sentiments on the bottom. A friend loves at all times, and you are one of my nicest thoughts. Okay, so I've made 2 cards. So I made this one first, and this one I colored with my alcohol markers, and then I used that crosshatch, I think that's what you call it, on there, and I'm going to show you how to do that because I did some masking there. And then the second card is always a quick card, and I just wanted to show you how fast it is with this stamp, just using Distress Oxide inks, or you could use regular Distress inks. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you that. Okay, I think we'll do this one first. So this one I colored, and I wanted to show you a few options I did with this for coloring. I used my brush tip. So I blended with my brush tip, which looks like this. So I colored it with that. And then I got a new set of markers. And this set of markers is the same tri-blend, but they're the bullet. It looks like that. So they're not brush tip, they're bullet tip. Now, you ask, why did you think you needed these? Well, I'll tell you why. When I'm doing smaller areas, like in here, I like to have a smaller tip. I sometimes find it a little much going in these little areas that I want to get into with my brush tip. So I'm using a bullet tip, and this is the same thing as the concept as your brush in that it has the 3 colors. So it has the light, the medium, and the dark. So I just took this and I went in here with my dark, like so. So I just found the bullet a little easier to control my color in these small areas. I love the brush tip for the larger areas, but I just found I needed a lighter or a smaller tip on it to get into those corners. Now I do have my Nuvo markers, which are a bullet, but I do like using these because they are the tri-blend. All right, so I got a set of these, and now I had a set of these, and now I have a set of the bullets. So I think I'm set. I still have some of my Nuvo ones because I do like some of the colors in there, and they have a nice dark black that I use. But so this is what I'm going to be using, are these 2. So I bought the whole set, was $173.99. If you think you would like something like this, I can give you 10% off if you want to order the bullet ones that complement your brush tips. All right, so that's what I did, and I'm quite thrilled with them. Okay, and they fit in my little storage container quite nicely. Okay, so they're $173.99, and I give you 10% off. And so I just thought I'd let you know about those. Okay, back to my card. Okay, so I colored my card with my markers, and then I also stamped on the Mask Magic by Gina K. And then I cut this out. All right, So I just cut it out. So now I'm just gonna peel this off. It didn't take long to cut it out. I'm just gonna peel this off because I want to put the backing on it. Come on. Where's it? There we go. Doesn't want to release. So I'm just going to take off the backing on this. Okay, and I will save this. Oh, there we go. Because I can use this again when I use this stamp. So I'll just tuck it in and save it. All right, so I'm just gonna put my masking on top of my flower. Now I didn't bother cutting out some just at the bottom there because I'm not going down that far. And it gave it a bit more support down there. So I'm just gonna mask this off. There we go. Not sure why that's got a bump there, but it does. All right, so now I've masked that off. Okay, and I'll probably just put it onto a piece of paper and store it because it does just peel right off. Okay, so then in the stamp, they have this little extra thing, and that's what I'm gonna add to my stamped background here. Okay, and I'm just going to use an acrylic block. I think that'll work fine. Now I'm just going to take, I was just cutting something pink, so I'll use that. So I am using speckled egg. It's a nice light blue, but I'm going to just stamp it and then stamp again because I don't want it that dark, but I do want it that light. Okay, it's got some excess there. It's juicy. So I'm just gonna stamp this up, and again I'll show you. I'm going to stamp it on here and then I'll stamp it on there because then I get a lighter. See the different values there? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll tap, 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 stamp it off, and then I'm just going to stamp it right here. And there it is, okay? And then I'm going to do it again. Stamp it off. And put it right here. There we go. Okay, so it just gives a bit of a background. I could even put a little one down there too. And that didn't get the center there, so I'll try it. So I could try it again right there. I'm afraid to. Why you need to use your alrighty.
It's on live. Oh, video.
Oh, I'm still not gonna get it. I didn't get ink on it. Okay, I'm just leaving it. I'm just gonna make a mess. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pull this off, and I'll have that nice little subtle background on it. See that? It's Just a nice little subtle design. There we go. I like it. Okay. Wipe my stamp off. So I should have used my stamp positioner, but that's okay. All right. Okay, so that's what that is. Just gives you a little subtle background on it. Okay, now I am going to put my card together. So I am just going to mount that on black. I think there's more Christmas stamps in the back in a clearance bin, I think.
Okay. Easter basket instructions?
Pardon?
Easter basket instructions?
Yeah, I'll email them to her.
And then there's some back.
All right, so I've got that. And I have a top fold card here, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'll put that on. This would make a nice Easter card too. Put that on like that. And then I have a friend loves it all times, so I'm gonna put that on. And I matted this and I did a little V cut on the right side and I put some fun foam on there. So I'll just put that right here. Okay, and then I thought it needed something else and I found these little butterfly bling in my stash. They're by Studio Katia. However, I don't think we have any, and we're having a terrible time getting things from Studio Katia, so that's not good, is it? But a little bling is always nice, right? So I'm gonna put some bling here, here, and here. And I'll put one here, and here, and here. Alrighty. And they're so cute, little butterflies. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, but whatever it is, I hope things work out for her. Because her products are lovely. Whoops. I got that one upside down. There we go. I have another tool that I use for bling. It's at home and it's a pencil and it works good too. Flip that over. There we go. All right, so there is card number 1. Okay, love at all times. Put those back in. And I like that little cross stitch, I think, or cross hatch. I think it looks great. Okay, so that's card number 1 using masking. All right, card number 2. Now this one, I'm going to show you how to do a quick card, and I'm just going to be using ink and my brushes. My little brush holder here. This is what I carry them back and forth in. All right, so I'm using tumbled glass, twisted citron, and worn lipstick. So I am going to start with my worn lipstick. And I'm just gonna rub it off a little bit on here. And I'm gonna do my flowers. So I'm just doing the top of my flower. And I can do a little bit more in there. And then I can just add a little more depth in there. All right, and then I am going to use, I think I'll use this one on here too. I didn't bring another color, so we'll just do all the flowers this color. And I'm gonna add a little darker in the center there, like that, okay? And I can also add a little darker there.
I would think so.
And a little darker there, okay? So then I'm gonna come in with my green and I'm going to do my leaves.
Oh, try it. I have too many of them.
And I'll just do my leaves. And my stems. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do my blue. And I'm just going to fill in all the white with the blue. And I'm just going to take a piece of paper here just to hold it. And then there's a third one I could do too, if I wanted. I just thought of it. So this looks nice and springy. And then I'm just gonna go all the way around the outside with this, just to give a darker value. There we go. So that is a quick card. So I just used 3 inks and inked them according to the flower, the leaves, and the sky. All right. So then I picked a lawn fawn Eastery color. So I thought that was kind of pretty. Put that on there. Put that on. So I just have that little tiny mat there. And then this is also a top folding card. But I did cut this mat exactly the same size as my card. So it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's exactly the same size as my card. I don't usually do that, but I wanted to see a little bit more of the mat. All right, and then this sentiment is, you are one of my nicest thoughts. And on the original card, I did not put the black matting on it, but this one I did. So I'm just gonna put that right across there, like that. And there you go, and that is a very quick card and very nice. Now, another thing you can do is you could stamp this, put your mask on. So you would stamp it and place your mask over top of it and color all the way around it. We've done that before. And then take the mask off and you would have the outline of your flower not colored, but the background colored. So that's another option you can do with this mask. All right, so that's another card idea for you. Now the other neat thing about this card, the stamp, is if you go online they have a referral chart here that you can make 8 different cards on here. And they give you the ideas on here. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. So, so along with the 2 cards I made, you can use these ones too. So there's lots of ideas they give you for this particular stamp. And I think they do this with other stamps also. They give you a design sheet for a number of cards to make with that stamp, which I think is a great idea. Okay? All right, so we had this one with the coloring and this one with the inking. And I think it turned out really pretty. Okay, so products I used tumbled glass oxide, I used worn lipstick, I used twisted citron, and I used speckled egg. And then I also showed you the difference between these 2 markers, the brush and the bullet. And if you're interested in ordering the bullets, they're $173.99 for the bullet. All right, and you get the entire set, and I'll give you 10% off. Okay? So that, and if you want a set of these, I think we have a set here too. So they're great markers. I love it that they're all in one. Very handy. Okay, that's that.